Welcome back to the podcast called Tell the World. I'm your host. I hope you guys are having a happy Tuesday. How you guys out there doing? I'm doing great. I won't be on long. I'm just on here just seeing how everybody's doing and what's on your mind and what's happening, guys. What's happening? Um, I think today, man, I'm gonna just chill out today and just try to grind out some more stuff on my merch. I got a merch right now that's called Tell the World Podcast, and we got like a lot of stuff on there to offer. We got uh, we got some stuff for Valentine's Day, and I heard that there's something new after Valentine's Day. It's called Black Love. We got Black Love 2 merch. So there's a lot of stuff on the shop, and that shop would be called Tell the World Podcast. Tell the World Podcast, and you can find it on Etsy, and you can also go to telltheworldpodcast.com. That's the website itself. And I think I'm everywhere, but definitely hit those links up I just gave and check out some merch. It looks like it's going to be kind of cloudy for me on this end right here, so I'm just going to chill out and try to get ready to get over the hump that's coming tomorrow, and just taking care of myself and just checking in with everybody, seeing how everybody's doing, and I think we can just also, just learn how to check on each other, do like that self check on each other, see how you doing, check yourself out, see how you feeling, see how somebody next door to you is feeling. You never know if somebody's going through something, and you want to check on someone and see how they doing and stuff, because I'm seeing a lot of dramatic layoffs on social media, and people are recording their calls, and their supervisors or the human resources is calling workers, letting them know that their last day of employment and their severance packages and stuff. So that shit is like kind of hard. I remember one time, this was during the World Trade Centers when everything went down and stuff, and then all of a sudden jobs started moving to other positions, to other cities, other places all over the world and stuff. And my job was on the line. As a matter of fact, I worked for a bank called U.S. Bank and stuff, and my position got transferred to Kansas City, and I believe it was offered to in Portland. And the company asked me, did I want to move there if I wanted still to keep my job position. I was like, no, because at that time I wasn't sure about moving. I wasn't sure about being somewhere different. But then, eventually I, lost that job, and they gave me a severance package, but, and I had my unemployment, and then all of a sudden that shit ran out. I think I did without 2 years without a job, y'all. 2 years. So I know how it feels when a company lays you off and you got to start over because your mind is all over the place. But at that time, I remember it was real hard. And maybe it was just hard in that state that I was in, but shit, it was hard. I mean, those 2 years I went without a job really hit me hard because I didn't know my next move. I didn't know what to do, y'all. So eventually, shit. This was when paper applications were you could put in, and you could walk into a company and just give an application, and that was it. This was before we could go online and submit our shit. But you had to remember all the dates, addresses, and some of the places as references where you used to work at. You still could do that, but on paper it was different. And so, man, I mean, I was at my lowest points. I mean, it was like 2 years in, and it got to the point where I was just going out of my mind, and then it got dark, y'all. It got really dark. It got so dark, I started hearing my own bad temptations, my own voice, that flesh within your flesh, yourself, that other part of you that you didn't think was a part of you, and that part was telling me that you know what you got to do. And I'm like, no. And it was just telling me I had to do something bad just to feed my family. And I was like, no. And it was like, you ain't got a choice. And then the other side of me was saying, don't do it. But the other side kept saying, you got no choice. The other side said, no. The other side said, yes. And then all of a sudden it told me that, how you going to feed your kids? And then I just said, you know what? You're right. I said, you're right. I said, you're right to the devil of myself. And then all of a sudden, I never went through with it. And I got through that week of that temptation. And a job fucking called me. A fucking job called me. The lady offered me the pay rate for the job. And she said, I think I can get you more money. And I said, okay. And she hung up with me. And probably another 30 minutes later, she called me back. She said, I got you more money. I was like, huh? And I was like, thanks. So it just shows you in life that you can go through your worst times of yourself. But you got to hang in there, even when you're tested. And I really believe that week I was tested with myself to do something bad, and I didn't go through. I didn't follow my bad side of me. Damn, that devil side of me felt like it was really edging me on. And I'm glad I didn't do anything like that. That's out of my character of myself. But just saying, as in motivation, we all going to be tested. You just got to hang in there. Don't give up on yourself. Just keep hanging on with yourself. And for anybody out there who needs to hear this, the world is not over. Your life ain't ended. It's just beginning. And sometimes you can find yourself in a better place than worried when they were going to let you go. And sometimes you already know that it's going to happen. Sometimes it's best to embrace it. Always be ready, be prepared in your life, that you're just prepared mentally of anything. Most so, this could be for someone older or mature. Sometimes you can be young and be ahead of yourself. Understand that things are going to happen. But sometimes you got to go through those moments. We're all going to go through it sometimes. Losing someone, losing anything in our life is hard to get over. It's hard to recover. But don't dwell in the dwellings too long. I believe we're all protected, and I believe we are all amazing. And I know that we all can do something different in our lives. And everything we can have in our life. Sometimes we're going to think what's good sometimes. Sometimes we're going to lose those things. And sometimes we're just tested in life. Sometimes we go through another part of our life where we're elevating ourselves. We're going to be tested to elevate more, higher, greater in your life. And sometimes material and monies and things is going to be tested willing in your life, with or without. But don't let things change you. Don't let things change you for the worse. This is part of development. This is part of encouragement for yourself. So, yeah, I think that's good to say right there. Well, I thought I would get on, guys, and have something to talk about. Also have something motivational to say. That concludes the podcast. Talk to you well. Like, share, and subscribe. You heard it first.